9 times? The Avs scored 9 times. Bar music's jamming tonight, chat. Welcome in to the DNVR Avalanche post-game show, live from the Toyota Lounge, the Winners Lounge, powered by your Front Range Toyota dealerships and presented by Bet365. Avs win game 1 of round 2, 9-6 against the Minnesota Wilds. That's a lot of goals. 15 goals, 14 goal scorers.
Yeah, there were 18 goals scored in the round 1 series between Colorado and LA.
I can't wait.
15 tonight.
All right. Win the next 3 games 1-0 and you equal the goal total.
Yeah, if the Avs don't give up a goal the rest of the series, they will have given up the same number of goals in each series. So that is no pressure.
Before we get into things, awesome game. Freaking awesome.
It's so much fun.
Loved that hockey game. If you're a nonpartisan fan, the game of the playoffs so far.
Oh, yeah.
Sick. I loved it.
Yeah.
Didn't love it as much as an Avs fan, although it ended up good. We're a bit of a roller coaster, to say the least. So.
Yeah. I thought the first period was a roller coaster, and I was like, it'll calm down. It's
nope,
hockey.
It did not.
This is usually how it goes. And then it was like, no, we're gonna get good. We're gonna get crazier. And then the third period was like, we're not done.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah. Like, oh my God.
Avs do come out on top of it, though. Really, really fun hockey game. A ton to break down in this one. But we got to start with the 60-second rundown, which there is zero chance I get this done in 60 seconds. Yeah, let's do it. Game started off actually slow. The first 10 minutes was the slowest part of the hockey game when no goals were scored.
Yeah.
And then at the 11-minute mark, Sam Malinsky gets the Avs on the board with a beautiful shot, and that's followed up less than a minute later with Jack Drury with another beautiful shot to make it 2-0. On the power play, just over a minute later, you get Arturi Lehkonen finishing a beautiful second chance opportunity from McKinnon. It's 3-0 in the blink of an eye, and it does not slow down. Less than 2 minutes later, the first goal of the game for Minnesota goes in the net. Marcus Johansson with the finish. That is followed up a minute later by a Ryan Hartman goal. The Avs defensively started to kind of lose the plot at this point of the game. It wasn't a horrible total effort defensively, but the big mistakes plagued the Avalanche a little bit in this game. Second period, I'm already at a minute. It's over for me. Nick Blankenberg puts the Avs up 4-2, and that is answered by Tarasenko 2 minutes later, and then answered again by Quinn Hughes putting one on the board to make it a 4-4 hockey game. At this point, neither goaltender is having a good one.
Yeah.
The Avs get another power play, and this time it's giving up a shorty time. We'll talk about it. Marcus Foligno finishes that one to give Minnesota their only lead of the hockey game, which lasts exactly a minute and 9 seconds until Devon Taves puts one off a stick and in. You get to the third period, tied 5-5. Cale Makar's a freak.
He's the fastest kid alive.
The Gen Z will never understand how funny that movie was.
They really won't.
Makar scores twice in the third period, one to make it 6-5. Nazem Kadri, boy, do we have a lot to say about that guy in this game, makes it 7-5, which sealed the deal. Minnesota gets a weird one back, and then Cale Makar ices it, and McKinnon gets the empty netter. It only took me 2 minutes to do the 60-second rundown.
Look, a 120-second rundown is appropriate for a 15-goal game.
My God. Only multi-goal scorer, Cale Makar, by the way. 14 goal scorers in this hockey game.
Third game in NHL history, third playoff game in NHL history that had 14 different goal scorers.
First one in 34 years.
Yeah, since 92, I believe.
It might have been 93, I forget, but 30-something years.
Yeah, we were both wee lads.
Yeah, I was 2, not even 2.
I was a little older.
Yeah, old man.
Yeah, I was in school.
Unk.
Yeah, real unk energy right now, let me tell you.
Oh, boy. That game made me feel like an unk.
Oh, dude. It's just an emotionally exhausting experience. Like you want to
so
win that
drained.
one.
Yeah.
You want to win that one because at least there's some jubilation there, right? You're like, yes, wow, that was crazy. Came out on top.
A lot to talk about, but I do want to start here. Who do you start game 2?
Mackenzie Blackwood.
I agree.
Yeah, and like. This is always the hardest part of having a conversation about goaltenders because it's always like there will be people that just like instinctively
ride or die for their guy.
Reflexively be like leaping to the fence of the goalie and be like, well, look at that defense. And it's like, you are correct. That was not great defense at times tonight.
For sure.
But
we'll
then,
talk about that too. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you got to do something. You got to make safe somewhere.
It's, again, I said this on the watch along. I think if you look at any of those goals in a vacuum by themselves, there's no one goal that's truly horrible.
Yeah.
There are some goals that are not good.
The 6th one is the one that, the easiest one to look at and say, what are we doing here, man?
But
it's a weird bounce, but like
it hits him in the glove. It hits his glove.
Yeah.
And it's the complete picture of all 6 of those going in. And okay, you're not asking him to stop them all, but realistically, if your goalie's having a good night, he needs to stop at least 2 of those.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and you can't also just be like, okay, well, every breakaway opportunity went in. Well, they're breakaway. Like, statistically speaking, goalies usually stop 2 of 3 breakaways.
If not more than that.
Like
the 2-on-0, sure, that's nonsense. You're not going to have success there. But the other ones,
I don't know, man. It's a Foligno that just deked you out of your skates and beat you clean.
It's the same move that beat you earlier.
And the second guy doesn't even come into it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It sounds really like I'm like, a Foligno did that to you. It's not really what I mean.
This is not. We know who Scott Wedgwood is.
Yeah.
He played too many games in a row, and you run into the problem. You give him a night off, and if you want to go back to him, fine. I'm sure he'll get it back together and be great.
Yeah, but this is the game that tests your, I'm writing the hot hand theory, because that hand, not cold. That thing was in the freezer all night.
It was the opposite of hot.
And so that's why it opens up the conversation. It opens up the door to talk about it. And I know, we haven't listened to the Bednar presser yet, but I feel very confident that at some point he's going to be asked about Scott Wedgwood, and he's going to be like, I'd like a save, but he's also going to be like,
we need to clean up in front of him.
Yeah, we need to make his life a little bit easier. We need to make his job easier.
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that's where I am with it. And it's the only reason I'm like so quickly just saying Mackenzie Blackwood is because they said going in.
This is the point. This is why you have them both.
Exactly. Like, hey, you rode Scott Wedgwood. He was blistering hot in the first round. Great. Game 1, bad. Not a good game 1. It's not to say that he's the only reason that goals went in. It's never that way.
No, of course.
But
we'll get to the defense. Do not worry.
Yeah, but like, this is the reason.
And this is to give Scott Wedgwood some credit.
Yeah.
He was better than the guy on the other end of the ice.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a really hard conversation for them.
Because Gustafson's not a bad goalie.
Right.
But Wallstedt was nails for them in the first round series.
Yeah, and Wallstedt got torched. There's the Taves goal is the one that you go,
what do you do on that one?
Yeah, you're like, I'm not putting on this goaltender.
Are some of those great shots from the Avalanche? Absolutely. But you got to make a save.
Yeah, like several clean looks beat him. And you go, we're watching them, and we're not even like speed bagging Wallstedt, and we're saying, wow, that's a great shot. What a great finish. Wow, that's really good. But when you're 5 goals deep, you stop giving a guy that leash and say, man, where are you? And then he gave up 3 more.
Solo in the chat talking about Naz. Naz was great. We'll talk about him too.
Oh, we'll get there.
But
God, we got so much to get to.
The dagger of the game is a shot from Kadri from the top of the circles. And it's a great shot. Don't get me wrong.
It's a good shot, man.
Wedgie in the third period stepped up and made a couple of big saves for the Avalanche.
I was telling Tiff, I was like, look, if he has a great third period, then maybe you're like, great, he got the hot hand back. And then the bad one goes in with 3 minutes to go, and you go, God, come on.
Tough. It's tough.
They just couldn't quite comfortably
get it done.
Pull apart, pull away from them in the end. And part of that is like he gave up a bad goal. The 6 goals it's not a good goal.
Yep, it's true. But
like your team gave you 8 goals of support and it still was tight.
In that sense, it doesn't feel great. Does
It doesn't. It doesn't.
But a game one win is a game one win. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. You got it done. So many guys to give praise to, and we will get there. I promise. I know our pod at times comes across as overly negative. You had defensive issues in this hockey game.
Yeah, man.
Significant ones. We can start here and work our way through it.
I just want a quick note.
Go for it.
Like, we come across as overly negative, but if our show was just, wow, the Avalanche are so good, look at all the goals that they scored, it wouldn't be a very honest breakdown of what happened. Like, it's part of the conversation. There's a lot of awesome shit to talk about, and we'll get into a lot of it.
I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
But if you want the It's Always Sunny look, go check out the Altitude guys.
Yeah, it's just not us.
They do a great job of that.
Yeah, it is just not us.
We try to bring an honest, even keel approach as best we can, at least on the post game. On the watch along, I'll say some crazy shit. But on the post game,
watch alongs are like, let it fly.
Yeah, right.
Like you're living in the moment and you're not really getting too into
For
it. You're
sure,
just like, hey,
yeah.
man, we're vibing.
And the reality is, the Avs needed 9 goals in this game because they not necessarily played horrible defense on the whole.
No.
But the big breakdowns were coming back and back and back again for their defense.
There were more odd man rushes and breaks for the Wild in this game than the Kings got through 4 games.
Straight up.
And like, the Wild are a much better team than the Kings were. So you knew that the Avs weren't going to put that level of defensive excellence on the ice.
Yep.
Still.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't care how you win. 9-6 is a win the same way 1-0 is a win.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for room to improve the defensive structure, and again, I think something that has plagued the Avs this entire season, regular season, the first round series against the Kings, defensive zone puck decisions.
Yeah.
Have to get better. The first goal of the game against Nick Wa's got to do something better with that puck than what he did.
Yeah.
Just has to.
Yeah, we were lucky. I'm excited to go home and actually go through this. This is honestly too much to go through.
So,
Like,
my review video is going to be 40 minutes long.
right.
Chat.
I'm like, tomorrow's film room could be an hour, dude.
Straight
Like,
up.
I don't have it in me to go through and just be like, all right, I'm drawing on this iPad for 6 hours. Like, I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day. And there's a lot of poor decisions. The Wah one stands
maybe
out.
the worst of the
yeah,
bunch.
it stands out. Had the Wild scored when Cale Makar gave them an empty net there at the end, we'd be talking about that one
Multiple
too.
tough puck moves from Makar in that third period. I know he scored 2 goals too, and
Right.
we're going to give him his flowers, but
And that's why this is complicated. It's not as straightforward as like, well, he scored 2 goals. He was great. Like,
every player, even go down the line, Nathan McKinnon, great plays, scored the empty netter that sealed it.
yeah.
Absolute disaster on
Yeah.
Minnesota's shorthanded goal.
Has a 3-point night, and we're going to talk about the shorthanded goal.
Right.
Like, it was not a clean night for anybody.
Correct.
There was a lot of good, but there was a little bit of bad.
In everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then for some guys, there's a lot of bad and a little bit of good.
Brent Burns.
Brent Burns, who I went and looked at his underlyings, and I was like, I don't understand.
Of course they rock.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
of course they do.
Like, but that's where the eyes can show you and be like, hey, this guy he was on the ice for 2 high danger chances against, but he's directly responsible for both
because
of them.
he misses his coverage,
and both of them are within a foot of your goaltender. Like,
Yeah.
they are the highest of danger chances that you could give up.
It is worth noting the Avs defense went through it in this game. Cale Makar misses most of the first period with whatever. It appeared to be a hip injury of some kind or in that area. Unclear. He finished the game after missing most of the first. He comes back and is the hero of this hockey game. You also saw Sam Malinsky take a puck to the face and miss a little bit of time to get stitched up.
Yeah.
The Avs played a decent portion of this game with 5 defensemen. That does matter.
And guess how many points your defense finished with tonight?
Okay,
Collectively.
well, I know they scored 4 of your goals.
Yeah.
And then there was at least a Taves assist and a Makar assist. So you're at least 6 there. I imagine there's 1 or 2 more. So I'll say 8.
10. 10.
Jeez, that's nasty.
Yeah, that is a high-scoring defensive effort.
I don't know. Offensively, I really don't know what more you can ask from the Avs in this hockey game.
I agree.
You scored 9 goals. You scored a power play goal.
You essentially scored 2 power play goals because the second
10
one,
not even like 2 seconds.
It was. I think it was
after
1 second after.
Right.
I want to go through when I get home. I'll actually look at the box score itself and be like, this penalty ended here and the goal here, but it's 1 or 2 seconds.
Yep.
It's a de facto power play goal, so they're 1 of 2, but in essence, it was 2 of 2, and then of course like the shorty.
We'll talk about it too. We'll talk about all of it. We got a lot to get into. The bar is just playing my playlist at this point. We do have to get into our first break of the show. So let's shout out a couple of our sponsors, including the perfect gift for Mother's Day. Chat, I can't buy Mother's Day gifts anymore. So you got to buy one for me. All right, go get it done. Go get an Aura frame. You can get it in with whatever you want, whether it's your in-laws or your actual parents. It's a fantastic gift. You can even preload it with pictures while it's in the box, so it can come as a customized gift for you. Jump in with them and get the #1 rated by Wirecutter Carver mat frame. We love ours. We gave one to my in-laws, and they love getting the pictures on it. It's actually like great. My wife loves it as well. So it's a great option. You can get in for a limited time. You can get $25 off that Carver mat frame with code DNVR at auraframes.com. That's AURAframes.com. Promo code DNVR, and support us by mentioning us at checkout. Of course, terms and conditions apply, but get the great gift for Mother's Day with Aura Frames. And once you've got your gift for your mother or your in-law mother, you can make sure to get your tickets. Look, the Avs have guaranteed there will be at least 2 more games played at Ball Arena these playoffs. Hopefully more, but at least 2 more, and Game Time can get you set up. You can go to gametime.co, jump in with them on that front, or make it easier and just download the app today. It's a fantastic app. Will save you money, whether it's with their section selector, last-minute ticket deals, or you can just use their Game Time Picks feature. Search for whatever tickets you're looking for. It'll filter out all the junk and only show you the best tickets for the best prices. And when you sign up with code DNVR, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. And it's not just sports. Concerts, the theater, movies, you name it. Game Time has your tickets to whatever event you're looking for. They even offer you the lowest price guarantee. You can see your tickets, and if you find cheaper ones elsewhere, they'll reimburse your account 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets to every type of event with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use that DNVR code for $20 off your first purchase. Of course, terms apply. Head to Game Time and use the DNVR code for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Second period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast. Continuing through this game, let's get to the 3 stars of the game. Starting off with star number 3, Marty Necas. Necas rocked in this hockey game.
This was the version of Marty Necas that we were all like we waited all Kings series to see. And then it was a little, he had 2 points in 4 games, one of which was an assist on an empty net goal in the 4th game in a 5-1 win. And you're like, stat padding. Like,
A little bit.
You don't love it, right? Like, you're like, this isn't great. This was not stat padding. This was Marty Necas kicking ass.
Yep.
He was awesome.
Yep. A monster. Sets up multiple real meaningful goals. I'm a sad person, so I always have to nitpick. Would love him to shoot the puck a little bit more, but my goodness, it's not just the assist. It's not just the offensive ability. That dude was flying all over the ice tonight.
It was great.
Forecheck, pushing pucks, playing with the puck on his stick. All of it was so good.
Yeah. Had this been like a 5-3 game, we'd be
gushing about him.
It would be like Marty Necas would have been
first star material.
I guess second star, because you were not going to surpass Cale.
You know who the
game.
first star is. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
He was just so damn good.
Loved it. Loved every minute of it. No one had a perfect night like we mentioned, but Marty Necas really pushed that offense in a way that I really, really love to see from him. Second star, we can roll quickly here. Devon Taves. Look, the goal is fortunate for sure.
It's a good break.
But you put yourself in a position to get lucky.
Do you get it?
Yeah, good break the stick.
It's a good break.
Nice.
The stick
nice.
broke.
Real nice.
Do you get it?
It's the rest of his game that really sells me on Devon Taves. Obviously, the production immense from him. But also, on a night where the Avs defense was, let's call it up and down, Devon Taves, one of the more solid shift in, shift out guys on that end too.
Well, and the game that he had while they played with five, because you mentioned they played with five defensemen basically.
It was
pretty much the entire first period.
In a good portion of the second.
Makar played I think it was $125 before he went out and did not play again the rest of the first.
Came back at the end of the period, but did not take a shift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they play five defensemen for almost the entire first period. They play five defensemen much of the second period because Malinsky got jacked in the face by the puck and had to go get fixed because he was very leaky. And Taves is kind of like that stabilizing force that you have known him to be for much of his Avalanche tenure.
Yep.
And this year has been one where you're going, oh no.
It hasn't been a ton of that effectively, yeah.
And the two-way game was not there. He got much better defensively as the year went on, but offensively,
it was a ghost for a lot of the year.
Production was still really slow. And he just dropped a 4-point game.
He was saving it.
He was fantastic.
There's a lot to run through on the Avs D-core as a whole tonight. And the fact that Taves shined so much as he did when the first star is who we all know who it is.
Yeah.
This felt like prime Makar and Taves. This felt like the 22, the 23, the 21. This is the D pairing that other teams are terrified of.
Yeah.
What do you do when you have Taves playing like this and Makar playing like the way he does? Oh yeah, you have Quinn Hughes and Brock Faber, and frankly, Quinn Hughes was freaking awesome tonight.
Holy shit!
And he was not the best defenseman in this game.
We'll talk about this next.
Sure,
I'll just save this.
Props to Taves first.
Yeah. That's you go into this. There's a lot of love for Hughes and Faber because they're great.
Yep.
Earlier this year I was like, oh, I think Brock Faber is one of the more overrated players in the league, and then he goes out and he has just a phenomenal season, and I'm like, all right.
Well, if you finish that power play opportunity, maybe it's a different game. I'm just saying.
Scott Wedgwood made a handful of saves. This isn't even close, right?
Not wrong.
So Jesper Wallstedt too.
Also not wrong.
But with Taves, you were looking at the top pairings together, and you look at the analytics, you look at the underlyings, and you go, Taves and Makar just are not. They're not in that upper echelon the way that they used to be.
Yep.
Right now, they are reputationally at the top and not results wise. And then you get a game like this where
they're still real good.
Yeah, Makar, I think, finishes negative in expected goals, but then
and also had the biggest play of the game.
Right. And you're he scores 2.
Yep.
And has
the assist was not all world by any stretch of the imagination, but
I mean, what does Quinn Hughes do on his third assist or on his third point?
I think
I keep joking that his third assist was the one to McKinnon. I keep thinking it just became true in my mind when it happened.
He got the assist.
Yeah.
Number one star, as we've already leaned into, and you can see the Calean shirt. Go get it, by the way. The Calean was out in full force tonight. A 3-point night, 2 goals from Cale Makar in the third period, including the game winner. Not the game winner. Sorry, Kadri got the game winner. What should have been the game winner, but a stupid bounce. Cale is an amazing hockey player, but there is something truly special about a playoff game where he gets whatever injury happened to him.
Yeah.
And he comes back into this game and plays one of his best games of the season.
This is the best playoff game he's played in 3 years.
Unreal. Genuinely a special talent.
Yeah.
And coming off of last year, and I know he was good at the end of the LA series and picked up a couple of those nice goals that feel like Cale Makar.
Yes.
But after that Dallas series from last year,
it felt bad.
To see him pick corners the way he picked in this game, he's back.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 goals that he scored, if we talked about this earlier, you're looking at Jesper Wallstedt and going, you got to stop something.
Of course.
You've got to stop something. especially the first Makar goal where it's a clean look.
And it's
a
really nice shot.
Jesus,
but
it's a good shot.
when every shot against you is a nice shot, some of them are supposed to be stopped.
Yeah, you're gonna need a nice save somewhere, fella.
Yeah. Avs put up 9. And I don't care if they're all nice shots. Putting up 9 is too many goals.
Yeah.
and Cale Makar scores 2, where how many forwards on the Avs wish they could shoot the puck the way Cale Makar shoots the puck? Like
A lot of them.
everyone not named McKinnon and Natchez, maybe Nelson on a good day.
I was gonna say pretty much everybody and every forward in every team's bottom 6.
Yeah, right. Fair. Cale's just that guy.
Yeah,
He's him.
It was and like this is happening. This is the first chance we've gotten to see Hughes Makar head to head in a postseason, and Hughes was
Awesome.
real good.
Amazing
He
in
was
this
so
game.
good against Dallas, and it carried over immediately to
Yeah,
Colorado.
he rocks.
And you're like, geez, this guy is unbelievable. And then Cale Makar was like, me too.
This is my house.
Yeah. And they go punch for punch. Individually, punch for punch. Makar's team gets the win. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that conversation of like, oh, yeah, well, Makar gets carried because he's on the better team. And it's like, okay. But Cale Makar finished tonight. And Quinn Hughes was great. I'm not even going, oh, Cale was better than Quinn or any of that. They were both great.
Yep.
Cale's team just happened to win. But in the third period of a 5-5 game, wow.
One of them scored 2 goals.
Right. He has 2 goals against goaltenders. It was not stat padding.
Yep.
He just beats your goaltender, who was the 5th or 6th best goaltender of the first round of the postseason. It's not like
Now,
bum
so
status.
far, the worst goaltender in round 2.
Yeah. I think it was 833 to 810. I think were the save percentages between these two guys tonight. Yes. Yeah, it's going to sink them all playoffs.
Your round 2 goals against average is 8. 8. One was an empty netter.
Yeah, God. That's tough for the old stat line. This one's tough for the old Conn Smythe Trophy race for both guys.
Gonna be tough for Wedgwood to come back from this. Yeah.
This is the one where you're going, okay, so it's Makar or Hughes.
At 100%. The Conn Smythe race was Cale Makar saying, maybe I'll win another one.
Yeah.
Stamping that on this one.
And Hughes being like, it's my time. These guys are just peak powers.
Yeah.
Like watching 2
in their
of
primes.
the absolute best in their primes play this well against each other's teams. Hooray. That's what you want to see in the postseason.
As a Colorado Avalanche podcast, maybe the best outcome.
Yeah.
Electric game that the Avs pull away and take care of at the end of it.
And Cale Makar is like the man at the end.
Yeah.
We are like, hey, the legacy in hockey is always built on what do you do in the third period? What do you do late in series? What do you how do you close? How do you finish it out? And today, Cale got the better of him.
Yep.
And that rocks.
And tomorrow we'll see.
In our world, that rocks. We'll see what happens in 2 days. But this was awesome.
Loved it all the way around. Those are our 3 stars, but there are a ton more players to talk about on the Colorado Avalanche. And before we go to break, I want to talk about our honorary 3rd star. AJ, you brought this up before we went live. Nazem Kadri almost outshot the Montreal Canadiens tonight by himself.
Yup.
I think the hand is okay.
We were in the first period when he had 3 shots on goal, and we were like, all right, I think he's good. Like, we didn't stop talking about it during round 1 because it was so clearly a problem.
Yep.
And then he comes out tonight, and he was like, if on that podcast keep talking about my fucking finger. I'm so sick of this.
Well,
and 8 shots on goal in less than 14 minutes of ice time.
And the Kadri story is the great one of the breakthrough tonight, right?
Yeah.
He's firing those pucks on net. He's doing good stuff. He's making quality plays. And it comes down to crunch time in the 3rd period. He gets his opportunity on a partial break and he finishes.
Yep. Open ice. Just makes the play.
Yep.
And
Excellent
also,
stuff.
not for nothing, looked a lot faster than he did in round 1.
He did look beyond the hand, looked a lot better.
Part of this is also that the game was being played at a faster pace because Minnesota was not as we're going to sell out and do everything we can in the neutral zone to keep you from moving anywhere. Each team was like
wide open. Yeah.
We're going to skate. Like, we're both comfortable skating. Let's skate. And Kadri looked great. It was a great game from him. I mean, 8 shots on goal. He had 9 shot attempts. He had 7 scoring chances on his own. Like,
that's great.
The fact that he only scored 1 is like, all right, I got to stop speedbagging Volstead a little bit.
Need I remind you, he's their third line center.
Right.
Putting up those types of numbers.
Yeah.
This is not a top 6 play. Kadri maybe deserves to be a top 6 player, but the Avs center depth is dumb. And that's what we asked about.
Yeah,
when you look at Minnesota's lineup, when you talk about what we talked about in the pregame, the Avs should have an advantage in the depth. And Nazem Kadri's game like tonight is exactly why.
Yeah. We'll get to it next period. I want to get some numbers.
Let's do it. Let's take our break right now. Shout out a couple more of our sponsors, including Common Spirit. Whatever they gave Cale Makar, I hope Common Spirit has some of that stuff, because that stuff is the good. If you're an athlete, a weekend warrior, or anyone who loves to move, for those experiencing any sports injury or chronic pain, the Common Spirit Mountain region is home to an incredible sports medicine program, including their new sports center, Common Spirit Health, in Parker. They also have over 240 clinics in Colorado. So wherever you are, they have a Common Spirit location for you. They have a team of qualified and passionate providers that specialize in the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of sports-related injuries for all athletes, including Denver Broncos players. Their experts understand the unique needs and demands of your body, so you'll get personalized treatment plans combining things like physical therapy, injury prevention strategies, and strength training. This isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about preventative care, performance enhancement, and getting you back to peak condition safely and quickly. Don't let an injury keep you on the bench, or even better, get proactive about your health and visit mountain.commonspirit.org for more information. Of course, Common Spirit Health is an official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. And once you're taking care of your health, you're going to want to get the all-in-one sports app for every sports fan with Fanatics. It has everything you need for part of your sports fandom. You can get official gear from your favorite teams and players, the latest drops, exclusive releases, and must-have merch all in one place. And they're more than just a merch store. They have scores, they have memorabilia, they have games that you can play to win fan cash, which you can turn into memorabilia, sports cards. I'm a big card collector, mostly Pokemon, but also sports cards. I actually have a Mikko Rantanen rookie that I need to sell if anyone is interested, by the way. But the Fanatics app has all of that. You can get in with Fanatics today. Their free home run pick'em game in the app gets you a chance to win $250 in fan cash, and they have tons of other options for you to check out. Download it today from thednvr.com/fanatics to let them know we sent you over there. Of course, app access is open to all, but 21 plus to play. No purchase necessary. U.S. only. Void where prohibited. Third period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by Bet365. AJ, I'm interested in these numbers because I know the second period wasn't great.
Period by period, it was actually. Sorry, I was looking at the power play. Period by period, it was actually pretty even for most of them. Shot attempts in period 1 were plus 10 for the Avs, -1 in period 2, and then +2 in period 3. Shots on goal, pretty even throughout the game. Scoring chances, period 2, as you mentioned, not good for the Avalanche. But in the third period, 12-5 for Colorado at 5v5. Like
in crunch time, they were money.
When you're in a 5-5 game, you're a tie game going into the third period, and you outplay them that much. That's you doing what you need to do.
Yep.
So it's doing a good job of taking care of business. The numbers that I really want to get into, though, I talked a lot about the Brock Nelson line's usage in round 1. And how they were at like
defensive zone starts all day.
Yeah. Guess how many defensive zone faceoffs they had in this game?
I mean, I don't think it was a non-significant amount, but we know we picked out a couple of offensive zone faceoffs for them.
0.
Was it really 0?
0.
So a lot of on-the-fly starts then.
So they just said, now we're going to flip the script.
Yeah.
And you look at the impact that it has, okay? Landeskog, Nelson, Nichushkin, which is your second line in this game. They played 8 minutes together, 5v5. Shot attempts were 14-3 in favor of the Avalanche.
Dominance.
Shots on goal are 6-2. Scoring chances are 6-3. High danger chances are 3-2. goals finished 1-1. I would like to go back and see which is the goal that they gave up.
When you look at
I'll comb through all that tonight.
Look at the possession metrics. They won the battle, though.
Destroyed in that battle.
Yep.
And that is your line that we were talking about coming into this series is like, you really need to see them moving the puck in the right direction. You want to see that. And this was a game. They were stringing strong shifts together. They were really, really, really doing a good job of possessing the puck. And holy moly, that assist from Val Nichushkin was beautiful. Yeah, that was an X-rated noise. Yeah. And justifiably so, because that's what it looked. I mean, it was that good. That play from Nichushkin from the defensive zone, the way his speed and power tonight, you were looking at that going, of all the players, we're talking about, oh, this is Conn Smythe, Cale, or whatever, but like this was 22 Val.
Much after a first-round series where you had a lot of issues with his game.
Yeah.
Sure, he doesn't put a goal in the net necessarily, but wow, was this the Val Nichushkin that you're like, that's a dog. Go get him.
Yeah. Not just him, though. Brock Nelson ended this game with 6 shot attempts and 6 scoring chances. The one thing that you're saying, you need the finish.
Yeah.
He had so many good looks that he just put right into the chest.
And
he's like the only guy on the Avs tonight who didn't have an elite shot somewhere in the game.
It's interesting with Nelson particularly because we were nitpicking his game a lot throughout the watch along and looking at some of the plays that were maybe imperfect.
Yeah.
But that's hockey, man. Not every play is going to work out exactly the way you envision it. You have to work through it. And Brock Nelson does enough effective things where could he do better? Absolutely. But you can live with a lot of his game at the end of the day.
Yeah, and on ice tonight, just in general, not line combinations, just because he gets used in some other spots
he is
as well.
a guy that gets mixed around for sure.
They like to put him and Nate together in certain situations.
Face-offs and stuff.
Yeah. And shots on goal with Brock Nelson on the ice tonight were 9-4 in favor of the Avalanche. Scoring chances are 9-9. High danger chances are 4-5. So some good, some bad. But I think that the only thing we're looking at with Brock Nelson right now is the production.
For sure.
But then you get
more points.
You get the goal out of Nazem Kadri and you go, you kind of have, like Nazem Kadri is the ultimate luxury at 3C. And if you're going to get that kind of production and you're going to get that kind of territorial dominance out of Nelson, I've always say, I don't really care like where they come from. And in a game where they scored 9 goals, I'm not really going to look at a guy that does it and go, he played a good hockey game.
It's unfair to say the Avs have 2 second lines.
Yeah.
But they might have 2 second line centers with a healthy Nazem Kadri.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I think this is an incredibly good point. We looked at Kadri in the LA series and we were like, wow, I wonder what this would look like if he was healthy.
Yep.
Because he was so clearly significantly compromised.
Yep.
This game, it sure
was not.
Yeah, it sure looked like he had a bionic finger. Whichever one was broken is like, it's not broken now. Like, he was so good. And now you're going, okay, Nelson plays the way that he did. They gave him more ozone minutes in this game than they did in the entire Kings series.
Yep.
And his line trashes. They do a great job in territorial dominance. They need to score. I'm with you.
Puck got to go net.
He's got to, and he in particular, he's got to do it. But we were just dying for anything from that second line.
True.
You got it. The Val Nichushkin play, like, you got it.
I don't want to sidetrack us, but that's a Nick Blankenberg finish.
Yeah.
The 7th D, the guy who's in because Manson isn't healthy.
Yes.
Hit another great opportunity. There were some ups and downs, especially when Brent Burns was his partner on the defensive end of the puck. But that's a guy who came in, played his style of hockey, and got rewarded for it. Love it.
Yeah. The Avalanche played some big boy hockey tonight at times.
At times they didn't.
It was way more up and down than you would expect these two teams to play moving forward. We're gonna look back at this game and go,
for sure.
This is not going to be Edmonton Anaheim series.
Yeah.
This was an aberration.
Yep.
But also, it was fun. If you're going to get into a shootout, like, this reinforces, like, hey, the Avalanche were asked to play. They got drawn into a specific play style in round 1. They played that. They won all 4 games.
Game 1, they ask you to play a shootout, and they go, yes.
They get involved in a shootout, and all of a sudden their best players are like, you get a point, you get a point. Your defense scores 5 of your 9 goals in this game, and they give you 10 points.
Outrageous.
And you're going, oh, right. This is why we always talk about why their defense is so difficult to contain.
Yep.
They activate so much.
Yep.
And they get so much out of those guys because they are constantly jumping in. But the way that they turn pucks from their blue line into offense going the other way, like that. I can't snap very well. Forgive.
I almost feel bad for Minnesota's forwards.
No.
Their top guys have to survive Makar and Taves, playing prime style Makar and Taves. And then who comes over the boards? Oh, Sam Malinsky. He can play offense.
Well, who gets this going?
Sam Malinsky.
And how does he get it going?
With a beautiful shot.
Yeah, but where is he coming from? He's skating
in,
downhill in the offensive zone. He's jumping in and activating on a play through the neutral zone. That is like the most Avalanche play imaginable. Like, hey, they possess the puck. They come into the zone. Oh, hey, look. Sam Malinsky's activating, and they don't sort out their transition defense. And now Sam Malinsky is beating your goaltender.
Well, and I think this is what makes the Makar and Malinsky two so special in Colorado. As so often this season, Malinsky gets called a poor man's Makar or whatever you want to say about it.
Aesthetically, he looks really similar a lot of times.
Both of them have a natural talent for creating a shooting lane from the blue line.
Yeah.
Which is truly amazing. But then when you give those guys space, they attack like so few defensemen in the NHL are capable of.
You look at on the other side, I think Brett Kulak is a great because he's a guy
opposite.
he activates on offense, but he picks his spots. He's very careful. He's a really smart player, and he just he plays good connected hockey.
Yep.
He keeps a puck moving.
Yep.
Sam Malinsky and Cale Makar attack.
Yep.
And you look at the Nick Blankenberg goal. Nick Blankenberg's got 2 goals now.
This is his second. Yes, he got one in the LA series.
Yeah, because then he had the one taken away
back, and then had the great chance that he missed early in this game.
Yeah, he should have had the first goal of this game.
Yeah.
So and what is his value? We talked about when he got acquired? What does he do? He attacks downhill like that. He activates and gets involved in it. Yep. And defensively, it's
an adventure.
It's still. He's a 5'9" defenseman who tries.
And no one's pretending like he's something that he's not.
Exactly.
So to get that, and that's your third pairing. So you have Makar on the top pairing. You have Malinsky on the second pairing. You have, with Manson out, Blankenberg on the third pairing. And then that isn't to speak for someone like Brent Burns, who I know Brent Burns wasn't great in this game, but there's still some offensive punch there from a guy like that.
Brent Burns probably won't make my film room tomorrow, but he will make studs and duds where I will at least I'll break down. It probably won't be like live video, but it'll be, I'm going to take a look at where some of these breakdowns were because I think a lot of the Brent Burns problems are Brent Burns problems. It's not
a structure.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not, the defense did this or the defense did that. I think it's Brent Burns just falling asleep a little bit. And I'm a lot more comfortable looking at some of Colorado's defensive problems and saying these feel like isolated problems that Minnesota does a great job of capitalizing on. For sure. Versus there are a lot of structural breakdowns. And I think that I'm a little worried. If I'm a Minnesota person, I'm a little bit worried that they came in with a big tough Minnesota Wild, like they want to hit and they want to be physical.
2 minutes in, Foligno runs Cale Makar.
Right, and they do that. They play that style of game, and then they get dragged into this
shootout hockey game.
Oh, we're going to skate up and down the ice, and then without Jonas Brodin, that is and Eriksson Ek, 2 extremely important players.
They can slow the game down
for their defensive effort, and you look at their defense as just bleeding chances consistently throughout the game. They bled chances, but it's the big guys, the Avalanche defense kind of roaming free inside the blue line and activating in the zone. That if I'm John Hines and I am doing our video session tomorrow, that's the number one thing that I'm looking at. We have got to stay above the puck. We cannot continue to let these guys just skate around freely in the offensive zone.
I do want to give Brent Burns his one flower. I do think he struggled in this game. But when you're talking about a 5-5 hockey game in the third period, I think it was 6-5 or 7-5 at that point. I forget. I'd have to go look. But Who makes the best play on the biggest penalty kill of the night for the Colorado Avalanche? It's Brent Burns.
This is why it's almost never black and white with how you talk about a player's performance in a game.
Yep.
You can look at it and go, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. That's a great play at the end of the game. You're trying to win a game here. You're trying to finish a team off.
Yep.
And late in a game, guy makes a great play, and you're just like, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yep. I would like you to show up and win easy, but if showing up in the biggest moments is when you show up, good enough.
Yeah.
Do it that way.
As long as they have a lead and you're still getting trusted for those minutes and you go out there and do the job in those minutes, you'll get those minutes again.
Yep. It might be an adventure sometimes, but at the end of the day, the Avs are 1-0 in this series. Do have a couple more things to get to.
Brent Burns. Not adventure sometimes.
Adventure too adventurous.
Yes. I like this.
Got a couple more things to get to, but we need to take our final break of the show with Volo. Volo, a great way to stay active. Look, chat, every troll comes into the chat and asks how active we are, all right?
It's fine.
If you want to be more active than us, get with Volo. It's the way to do it. The most popular adult social sports league out there with pickup games, community events. They have tons of sports: volleyball, soccer, kickball, pickleball, basketball, more. Playing with Volo is a perfect way to meet new people and build relationships. I still have a group chat with my Volo kickball team, and we even made friends with some of our opponents. Everyone's super friendly. Honestly, I'm more about the Flip Cup League than the actual kickball league, but we don't have to tell anyone that. Leagues and events take place all year round around Denver, Sloan's Lake, Rhino, Lodo, Highlands, City Park, and South Broadway. And if you're not from Denver, pretty much every major city in the U.S. has a Volo chapter. So get signed up. You can sign up as a free agent or gather a team, and all skill levels are welcome. When you use code AVS15 at checkout, you get $15 off your first Volo Denver League. Go to volosports.com/Denver today to get yourself signed up and get yourself moving with Volo. And then, after you finish your Volo, the thing is to go to a bar and enjoy drinking, and that's where Surfside comes into play. When the weather warms up in Colorado, nothing hits quite like an ice-cold Surfside. When the days get longer and the mountains call, it's all about early hikes, playoff hockey, and evenings that stretch just a little later. From trailheads to tee boxes to backyard hangs, Surfside goes wherever the season takes you. And whether you're catching a game or celebrating a win, Surfside is a proud partner of both the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche. Made with real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories and 0 bubbles. That's right. No carbonation, just a smooth, easy sip that's crisp and refreshing every time. It's crafted with premium vodka and real ingredients, and it's become one of the fastest growing spirit brands in the country, including being named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year. So when you're hiking, watching the Avs, or just soaking up the Colorado sunshine, enjoy it with a Surfside. It's not seltzer, it's Surfside. So sold at bars like the DNVR bar, restaurants, and stores near you. Of course, must be 21. Please drink responsibly. Final period of the DNVR Avalanche podcast. Chat has gotten us over to 280 likes, and we're about to do the courtesy call with Bailey Curtis. So we're going to make her watch us do the winner's shots so she can be jealous right here. Cheers, chat. We appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Cheers.
Cheers to you, buddy. Jesus Christ. That was just a drink.
There's so much of that. That was so much.
I mean, that was...
I know it's a double, but...
Well, that's end of watch along and these
yeah,
ones.
there's extra. We had
so
the
much
extra.
in that.
You're right. Tiff did us correct.
Yeah.
The courtesy call with Bailey not the courtesy call. I've been tricked. While we're waiting for Bailey.
What a fun game for her to get to cover in person.
No kidding, dude.
These games...
15 goals.
Yeah, these games are... Going into the room after them is like...
Just wild.
Yeah, where it just feels... It's survival, right? Where you're like, there's nothing more Stanley Cup playoffs than a team that wins a game where they're just like, yeah, sure. I don't know what the hell that was, but
Did we win? Cool.
Exactly. Like we got the dub. We are one step closer to our ultimate goal here, and the other team isn't. So you're like, cool.
Job done.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. If you win every game 9-6, that's 16 wins. Same as winning 1-0. AJ, how important is home ice advantage and the Avs holding on to that in this series?
This was the best that they've looked in a home game in a long time. Offensively. Defensively, not so much, and certainly not in net. But offensively, the way that they created, I loved a lot of their game tonight.
I don't have a ton of notes in the offensive zone, man. It was really good.
It's really good. And it didn't like what was so frustrating about the Kings was that they were comfortable just putting everybody inside of a tight little box and saying, we're going to block 35 shots a game. And
that was indeed the Kings' strategy.
They were able to play with a little bit more pace, which meant that they stretched out that wild defense a little bit more. And when you do that, like it creates shooting lanes, passing lanes. But they were also really good. We talked about this on a couple of the goals tonight.
Yeah.
Taking Volsted's eyes away.
Yep. Yeah.
Huge.
Even on some of the non-goals, you look at a guy like Parker Kelly getting into the dirty areas.
That one late.
Yeah.
Where he's jumping and
Yep.
you could see he's like Volsted has no chance to see the
it
puck.
It just has to hit him.
Yeah.
Like,
And it does. It's a good save. Like he does a great job of controlling the rebound on that one, but it was pretty funny. Just like the Avalanche were so not good at taking Anton Forsberg's eyes away and letting him.
Very true. Yeah.
Did a great job tonight, but then also, also just like straight beat him multiple times. So
does Wallstead need to be better? Yes. Do the Avs put repeated great shots on net? Also, yes.
Yeah.
Both things are accurate to this game.
Yeah.
Are we good to go, Tiff? All right, let's do it. Let's go to the courtesy call live on the Xfinity mobile call-in line with Bailey Curtis. Xfinity, imagine that. Bailey, you were 3 goals short of all of the goals in the Kings series in this game. Must be nice. Oh, she froze. Classic.
At least she froze looking.
Look, that's a great freeze frame for sure.
So many freeze frames are not good.
We're back. I don't unmute. Not sure how it's muted.
There we go.
There we go.
Are we here?
Hey,
there we go.
it's late.
What a game, you guys. Holy moly. Yeah, to see such a stingy series from the LA series turn into what this game alone has turned into. I am so excited for the rest of this series.
Yeah.
And it seems like a lot of the guys in the locker room sort of feel the same way. Like this one just kind of seemed like a one-off to everybody. That's something that both Cale Makar and Devon Taves mentioned in their pressers. Scott Wedgwood said something along similar lines. So did Gabe Landeskog. That's just the consensus in the room, is that this was just a really weird game. Jared Bednar opening up the presser. I'm sure you guys have at least looked at some of what he's talked about. He couldn't explain this game.
All right, Coach.
First thing that he said, or that was said in that presser, how do you explain this game? I cannot, were his words. And I don't know how you do. It really, it's a lot of the guys in the locker room were really positive about a lot of what they were able to create. Made sure to give props to goaltending on each side, saying some of them are funny bounces. You're finding a lot of goals through traffic.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those weird games that I'm both equally hoping and not hoping we see another one of in this series.
No, thank you.
My explanation is the Avs won. Maybe we don't need to think any further than that.
I mean, looking back at stats too, on the Minnesota Wild side of things, they've never scored this many goals in a loss before, too. So that just goes to show you how not to be funny here or anything, but how wild this game was.
It was truly wild, and
it is annoying how much we have to tap dance around making that
we
just
can't say the word wild.
Saying something is wild, and then everybody like it was a wild game. I'm sorry, it was.
It was. It really was. There's no better way to describe it.
I started the show asking AJ the tough question. I'm going to ask it to you two, and I'm going to assume that Bednar didn't tip his hand. Who do you start game 2?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I was telling this to somebody up on press row and about in the middle of the game, and I went, if there's any game that's going to make Jared Bednar feel super confident about his goalie rotation quotes heading into the postseason, it's a game like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is how I feel about that. If it's really a coin toss at this point. But I do think in looking back at this one, Coach Bednar really didn't have a whole lot of bad to say about how Scott Wedgwood played. Or at least that was the vibe that he kind of gave off in his presser, and talking about, how some of those wild goals were created, and made sure to kind of give his flowers where flowers are due. But I really do truly think like there's no wavering of confidence in Scott Wedgwood after a game like this. With that said, again, looking at the amount that was created, some of the craziness that happened in the D zones and on both sides of the ice, Mackenzie Blackwood's got to be feeling pretty good about himself. And if some of his mannerisms on the bench were anything to go by, it was around goal 4, goal 5, where he started getting a little twitchy on the bench. Not something I'm sure the broadcast caught, but he was
shifting
looking
around
very
in his
twitchy. Yeah, waiting for that call. And so I'm sure that's something that's riding in the back of his mind too, and just saying, hey, if he can have a game like that, maybe he deserves to have a game like that. Scott Wedgwood, anyway. If you want to try out Mackenzie Blackwood, I'm not going to say no, but I do think I don't know. It's a coin toss for me.
The Avs have been a special team in the third period this year. Obviously, the rest of this game is also crazy, but they outscore Minnesota 4-1 in the third period to what was a wild game end up being a comfortable win at the end for Colorado. Does the locker room acknowledge that at all, or is this just who the Avalanche are?
I really loved what Gabe Landeskog kind of had to say about this game, and saying that you have elite goaltenders on both sides, and you have players that really good on the offensive side of things, really talented, forward-minded, offensive thinking players. Both sides could do to clean some things up in game 2. That is the consensus. That's really the big thing. Like, it really seemed like the Avalanche felt like they outscored a lot of their problems tonight too. Like that's the vibe that I kind of got. I mean, you look at the third line, who maybe didn't have the greatest night. You look at the Blankenberg-Burns pair that had an atrocious night. It's just all about cleanup. They're, especially Gabe Landeskog and Scott Wedgwood, gave props where needed, and saying they're just a very forward-thinking team. They are a very offensive team that knows how to take advantage of mistakes. And when you shift from a series like they played against the Kings to a series like this one, where you're really trying to shift in mindsets and trying to get out of one into the other, there's going to be some of those mistakes. And it's just kind of a learning process, especially not knowing who they were going to be playing for at least half a week.
Yeah.
And having to shift and that quick turnaround, it definitely maybe hurts a little bit. Now, losing 2 of your defensemen in the middle of the game doesn't really help either. Cale Makar going God mode when he came back was great.
It was fun.
But that's always fun. But yeah, it's just cleaning up on a lot of those mistakes, and taking the good where you can, but making sure you clean up on the bad where you can too, to make sure you don't have or create those mistakes. But Jared Bednar talked a lot about how you'd think when a team scores 5 or 6 goals on you, a lot of them are created on bad turnovers or breakdowns. And he really didn't feel like that was necessarily the case in this one. So cleaning up where you need to clean up, but also take care of some of the good as well.
Just jumping off of that exactly, where is the line for the players and a coach as of it's the playoffs and a win is a win, and we really need to lock in on details on. We'll see exactly what the schedule is for the Avs practices with the weird schedule of this series for them. But how focused are they on the details of improving versus giving themselves credit for what they did right?
There can always be improvement. That is how this team is kind of trudging through this playoffs. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting in the room. There's always improvement to be made. But they're also a very confident team in saying we know what we're good at. It's been something that's been harped on in the room constantly throughout the Kings series, leading up into the playoffs, and even after through this last week off, and saying like they just have to stick to their process. They're very good with expected goals for. They did not allow many goals in the regular season, the least amount in the regular season compared to the rest of the league. They know what they're good at, and so it's a matter of trusting your instincts and being able to play off of a lot of that and just sticking to that process. They are very quick to look back at film, clean up on details, and it's a healthy balance with them, I think, after a game like this, and knowing that you have that offensive prowess, but going back to the basics, sticking to those details, and just being reminded that you know how to do maybe some of what cost you some goals tonight.
Last question for me, Bailey. Would you rather have 9-6 shootouts all series, or do you want to see some more steady hockey through the rest of this series?
Oh, God. Give me steady hockey, please. My heart can't take it.
Pressure was on.
These games are fun, not just from a watching standpoint too, but you got to think I'm tweeting all of these goals too. I have to keep up on Twitter too. That's a lot.
Busy night.
It's a very busy night. If I can keep these to a minimum, that'd be great.
All right, we'll leave it there. Bailey, thank you for the call-in. Make sure you're following Bailey on Twitter, Bailey Curtis with 2 Y's in Bailey. That was the courtesy call on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. Bailey, go do a winner shot at home for us as we've crossed over 300 likes. Chat, we are headed into overtime, but we're going to run a little bit long tonight because that's what this game deserves.
There's just no way to talk about a 9-6 game in 60 minutes.
What we're going to kick off the overtime with is Jared Bednar's post-game presser, so we can go get another shot or something for you guys. Go listen to Jared on this wild hockey game.
All right, head coach, Jared Bednar, go ahead, Corey.
How do you explain what just happened?
I cannot. Yeah, I mean, if you scripted that one, then I don't know how you do. Yeah, I can't explain it.
D-Mac. Sorry, we got 2.
All right, well, as impossible as that is to explain, what was your mindset, at least when it was 5-5 and after 2, to kind of reset and
Yeah, well, it was pretty easy for me. Like, there's areas of our game tonight that I really liked, okay? So I like what we did offensively. I like the way we moved the puck, created some good chances off the rush, created some good chances in O-zone play, played with great pace. A lot of the offensive stuff and our play with the puck, like I thought we managed the puck pretty well. We didn't turn it over a lot. Like normally if I said, well, we gave up 6 goals, I would think 3 or 4 of them would all be off turnovers, right? So there's that part side of the game I liked. There'll be things that we can look at and get better at, and there'll be things that we're going to look at on the offensive side of things and say, well, what a great game, okay? And everyone involved, okay? And then, but at 5-5, it's simple for me. Like, you got to dig in defensively. And it wasn't puck decisions. It was, we had some lost battles. We were soft in some areas. And then the details of our game, like we were giving up scoring chances on things that we've been doing the same way for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and then just making mistakes on it. Like we didn't know what the coverage was on the face-offs and in all 3 zones, and sort outs in the D zone. Like they're a dynamic offensive team, so they're going to have movement. But if you come back into your own zone in the right areas of the ice, and then you're communicating it all, some of the sort outs would have been easy. Like it wasn't difficult coverage. Like they make some plays on some difficult reads. Every team does, but we had way too many that were routine where we were giving up scoring chances. So we just needed to commit to it defensively, tighten up, and ramp up the communication. And I felt like if we did that, the way we were skating and moving the puck, that we'd give ourselves a chance to win.
Eric, then Peter.
Jared, Naz made a comment about watching a lot of this goaltender, and he said he picked his spot, he picked it properly, and then you had Malinsky, Drury, both of Cale Makar's goals kind of from the same spot. Like, was there extra scouting on this goalie that you guys did to kind of do what you did tonight?
No, same as every series that we go through. Now, you're going to have games where just to go into like how we would pre-scout a goalie, or just like you're gonna give them target areas in certain situations, and sometimes you hit them a lot, and sometimes you don't. It's a lot easier to say, hey, you got to shoot here in this situation than actually do it. There's defenders, sticks, you're getting leaned on, all those things. And some nights you hit those target areas a lot and the goalie makes the saves, So it's not like that we put any extra into this round that we haven't for years. It's just some nights they go in and some nights they don't.
Peter?
You said that with defense, there were a lot of things that you just kind of needed to commit more to it, things you've done the last 5 or 6 years. Does that, I guess, make you feel better knowing that these are things that you have done well in the past, or is it a concern that it...
No, it's not a concern. I mean, I don't think, so you're talking about rust, we were rested, ready, energized, the building helped, there's no question about that. The execution with the puck, we didn't look rusty at all. That being said, you're rusty on some sort out, some coverage things that, some of them routine, some of them, a little chaotic. I think that if there's any rust involved, it's in that area, and it's also, like I mentioned this morning, it's not that we weren't emotionally engaged in the game and physically engaged in the game, because I think we were, but not enough on the defensive side. We were on the offensive side. Forecheck looked good. We did some good things, but when it came to the defending, I feel like we forgot a little bit just how hard we need to work to be good defensively. We were easy in some areas and loose on some gaps and late a few times, and they play hard offensively. They're a dynamic team and they have skill.
Go to the right here, Jared. Pat?
So you're saying you could have scripted something like this happening, but Makar leaves in the first with an injury and comes back, scores twice. Is that something you could have scripted? I mean, that seems implausible.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I think this, you got to give him a lot of credit, right? Comes back, not feeling great after the injury in the first, gets sorted out and taken care of, and comes back and has a great finish to the game. It took him a little while to get engaged again, maybe tentative, and then he was like, I can do this, and he played great and makes a couple of huge plays, offensive side of it, defensive side of it. But I'll say, there's not too many guys this time of the year that aren't playing hurt and aren't digging in and playing through that stuff. That's what makes the playoffs great. That's what's expected. It's not a one-off. It's the bulk of the guys on every team that are still playing and will continue to play are going to play hurt and injured, and both. And so, I think they all deserve the credit. Tonight it was Cale. Tomorrow night it'll be somebody else.
Jesse?
Really quick, Paul, is this anything you guys are worried about with Cale?
No. I hope not. I mean, I don't know. I haven't got an update.
And then just kind of going back to what you were saying a second ago about, you like the way that you guys started. A couple of the guys were saying that, you guys had a few days off, and they not only felt that they weren't, slow to get into things, and maybe they were a little bit too revved up, and that was what led to some of the breakdowns. Does that feel like a fair assessment to you?
Could be. I'll have to, I don't know, at times, yeah, you may pressure someplace when you should be patient, protect the interior of the ice. I'm sure we had some of that for sure. I can't even remember all the goals against at this point. I don't even know who scored our goals. There's so many of them, and same thing with them. So, but yeah, there'll be some of that. But I think other times it's not quick enough, not hard enough, not in the right spots early. It's things for me that I'm sure I'll look at it. We'll present it to the guys tomorrow, and there'll be a lot of things that I think are easily curable. It's not like we have to go to practice for a week to cure them.
Colleen, then Evan.
Coach Scott Wedgwood allowed 5 goals in those 4 games against the Kings. It's 6 goals tonight in this one.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on his performance and just?
Well, it wasn't his best. That being said, on the defensive side of things, it was probably no one on our team's best. So I group them in with the rest of the team. We have to get better, and we'll do that for game 2. And but he's been great for us. Give us a chance to win. Give us a chance to win tonight. Like their goalie played amazing in the Dallas series, and he let in a bunch tonight too. So it's, most of the things that we're dealing with aren't just exclusive to us either. It's, they'll be going through the same things and trying to get better, and I'm sure both teams will be better defensively come game 2, and we'll keep trying to push it the same way we have offensively.
If you want the full Bednar presser, it's up on our YouTube channel. There is more to talk about there, but, we do have to get home eventually. Yeah. Chat, almost 350 likes. That's an outrageous number. We appreciate you all so much. Here's another one for you. Go get your Dr. Dubs medicine. Before we get to the Super Chats, I got one question, AJ.
Yeah.
Avs are 5-0 in the playoffs so far.
Toit.
Does that ever build any extra pressure? Or is the playoffs and you get to 16 however you can?
Yeah, no, I don't think it does.
Okay.
I think it's one day at a time, one game at a time. You don't worry about any of that.
Sure.
I do think it's crazy that Minnesota has scored 6 goals in game 1 of each of their series, and they are 1-1
yeah.
in those games.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. It really is. Like, Jesus.
Hockey be like that, though. That's why it's a great sport.
Yeah.
Let's get to the Super Chats here. Starting off with $5 from Aaron, who says, in my best and glorious bastards voice, 9999999.
Hell yeah.
I don't do a good German voice. I'm sorry. 5280 cubic yards of snow says Makar versus Hughes round 1 decidedly for Makar. This is what I love about this series. Again, it's a lot more of a roller coaster for my heart as an Avs podcast who actively roots for the Avalanche.
Yeah.
From a non-fan of these two teams, you're watching Makar and Hughes go out in this game and going, hell yeah. This rocks.
Yeah, and I think the third period has to lean you towards Makar.
For sure.
He scores 2 goals, and then with the empty net, I mean, it's not a huge thing, but
still gets it done. Yeah. It's awesome. It's the hockey you want in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In some ways. Another $5 from Aaron, who says Makar exits the game. Malinsky steps into his role and buries one. Makar returns to the ice and tallies 2. 9 rippers. This team is special. Kalian, go get the shirt, by the way. Kalian still available at thednvr.com. Also, if you really love us, consider becoming a diehard today. Only $32 special for the playoffs, and it comes with a free shirt with your annual membership. You can use that QR code on screen or go to thednvr.com to sign up. We really do appreciate all the support. It's awesome.
Definitely.
We do have lots of cool content. Video
what keeps us alive.
Honestly, straight up. The diehards are the heroes of this one. $5 from B Grim, who says, so that happened. What a frustratingly enthralling game that I definitely did not spill 2 beers during, but Avs win, so F it.
Yeah.
This is it, man. If you can't like this hockey game, hockey's not for you. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
What's next? $5 from Ryan, who says the chain link fence of St. Paul is, in all seriousness, Avs pre-scout had Wallstead in hell. Game was a conspiracy by Big Hockey to sell more hockey. I don't know if that's a scouting report or if the Avs just had their shots on point glove side tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they did beat him a couple of times on the short side.
That is true.
And it makes you like, okay, what did they see? Or is it just like,
is it what they just had a goalie mixed up? They beat him high glove. They beat him low glove. They beat him blocker side.
Yeah.
Just a tough night.
The guy gave up 8 goals.
Yeah, right.
If you're looking at that going, wow, that's a really good pre-scout. Why don't you pre-scout like that all the time? I don't know. I think he probably just had it was just a tough night.
I agree. I agree with that one. $10 from the homie Ixen. Rudo, after such a wild game, I want you to grab another Coors. Cheers, man. Hope all is well. Grabbing another Avalanche Amber Ale. All right.
That's right.
Awesome game. I loved every minute of it. I was panicking for a lot of minutes of it too, but I also loved it. All right. The dichotomy of man. $5 from Hambag. I don't know. I don't know how to say the European names. I'm sorry. Have been waiting for this Taves game all year. Rudo, AJ, and Bailey told you all at the end of the season that LA series would be a snoozer. Now we know. The very different start to this series for sure.
A sleepy 2-1 win in game 1 against LA, and then whatever the hell this is against Minnesota.
I don't even know how you describe this game, honestly.
You know the rest of the series isn't going to be anything like this.
Not like this. It might be high scoring, but not like this.
Yeah, we're talking like, it'll be like 4-2 type games.
Yeah.
Not this shit.
$5 from The Walrus, who says, farts were trusted, skid marks were left, Wild's drawers had more stains, # trusting farts.
I'm going to text this to Eric.
You should.
He's going to get a good chuckle out of it.
He'll love it. And then finally, a gigantic $50 super chat from Support Janus Care Services. Burns -3 equal very deceiving. He played solid and strong defensively. Taves, Makar was coasting along effortlessly. Unreal. What can one say? Natchez with some big assists and smooth overall play. Kadri is coming. Rest up that hand. Let's reset.
Yeah.
I don't think Brent Burns was good. I really don't. He had the nice play on the PK in the third, for sure.
I really want to sift through some more of his shifts, but it's really, really tough. Like, if you're like, a guy makes 2 mistakes in a game, but
and they both end up in the back of the net.
And not only that, they end up in goals against, but they end up in like very, 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 very good scoring chances for the other team.
You're
like,
in the spotlight on them.
Yeah, and it's like, even Bedsy was saying in his presser just now that, hey, like, these are not hard fixes.
That's true.
Some of these were pretty easy reads.
Brent Burns, where you going?
Yeah, I want to go through Burns' shifts again because, as we said earlier, it's not as black and white as good, bad.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Anytime you're going to take a side swipe at plus minus, you know I'm in.
You not wrong.
I hate that fucking
the
stat.
Worst stat? Arguably the worst stat?
Yeah, I hate it.
I don't know. Giveaways and takeaways are worse, I think.
Yeah, well, luckily nobody like meaningfully uses giveaways and takeaways. It's like, bro, well, this guy. You're just like, okay, great.
Avs get it done. They go up 1-0 in the series. And that's the job.
Yeah.
Is it 9-6? Is it 5-1? Is it 3-4? I don't care how you do it.
Just
at the end of the day.
Win the day.
You go up 1-0. Hopefully they can go up 2-0. Before we get to that, though, we will have an off-day show tomorrow to finally talk about the other second-round series. The schedule has been kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
But we get to talk a little bit about the rest of the playoffs tomorrow on our off-day show.
Quick rundown. I'm picking Carolina.
Wow. We're really out on a limb on that one, huh?
Really went out. I picked against them last round. I'm sorry. That was dumb.
Pick against them again so they can sweep again.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
And then game day Tuesday. So we're just going to keep it rolling here at the DNVR. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, I'm just going to go home and rewatch the game and write about it now.
It's a late night for us.
Yeah, it's 11:32. We're finishing the show about 11:33, and neither one of us is going to sleep before 4 a.m.
Yeah, no chance. That is going to do it for the post-game show, though. We hope y'all enjoyed. Hopefully a lot more playoffs to come. This has been the DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by Bet365.
We all see